A little bit of sports dirt. That's I saw it yesterday on a couple of the sports blogs like Barstool. The Oakland A's may be one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball this year, but they are in the headlines because of what two of their fans looked like they were doing during a game over the weekend. The Mariners were playing a day game at the Coliseum in Oakland, and attendance was light.
Yeah.
At some point in the game, I don't know when, it appears two folks, man and woman, were engaged in a bit of extracurricular sexual activities way up in the left field bleachers.
In the nosebleeds.
I mean, way up. I mean, someone shot video from, I don't know, behind home plate or maybe even right field because it's just blurry and grainy. But the beautiful mountains are behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From I don't know which mountains they are.
Right. In Oakland.
And the footage is grainy, but it does appear to show a few seconds of a woman performing oral on a man.
In the ballpark, which is almost empty.
In the ballpark. Now the video's gone around the internet, Oakland police have begun an investigation.
He just probably wanted a little something in public.
Yeah.
He's probably
Some people are thriller seekers like that.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, they had the opportunity. No one was around. It's like, well, let's go up to the very top.
Yeah.
Who's going to see this? Who's going to notice this?
But now everything's captured on video. Somebody.
Someone will have caught it.
Yeah. I wonder, do you think people have gotten away with it here recently without anybody noticing? Have they done it before,
In other parks or other
Or Oakland, wherever,
places?
wherever it might be.
Probably.
I was reading online the favorite places of people to have sex in public.
You.
Reddit.
Gross.
Is a Reddit subthread.
What'd you find?
Well, ballpark was number 5. They wanted to do it in like a baseball park, but number 1 by far was in a parked car, like just in a parked car out somewhere, which is that's where they have done.
But you would think, to me, when I think parked car, you assume nighttime. This is broad daylight.
Broad daylight. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Looked like a spectacular day.
At the beach, is another. That's
in the dunes by the Cape.
Yeah. You say no to that though, David. It's sand.
Yeah, sand.
Sand is the issue, but
if you go to the golf course, you don't go in the bunker. You do it on the green.
Mm-hmm. Have you done it on a green?
Well,
this green is undulating. It wasn't half an hour ago. Why is the green undulating all the time? They should mark that.
Stay away from the pin.
Really makes reading your putt a lot more difficult after you've been there.
It's not in my yardage book.
Mark, you're talking about sex in public. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was at my son's travel league game, baseball. It was towards the end of the season, so it was kind of cold. Mm-hmm. We're both sitting there in lounge chairs with a blanket over us, and she slipped her hand underneath and kind of manually did me.
Ah, an old-fashioned.
Did you know her?
What? Hey, lady.
I mean, my God, you're with your son.
Lady.
I mean, I'm applauding you, but
were you scared? I'd be scared that I'd be caught. Was that like were you nervous about it, or did you just enjoy the moment?
Well, like I said, it was travel league, which basically means only the parents are there, and it was, so there was maybe only like 25, 30 people there. So.
All freezing cold.
Yep.
Nobody cares.
Under a blanket, just watching the game.
Yeah.
That's a nice little surprise, though, isn't it?
Ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
Did you finish?
No.
No.
I did not finish, no.
Oh, man.
That could be awkward.
Oh, yeah.
That could be awkward.
Did she just give up after a while, or you said that's it, stop?
I said, come on. I said, that's enough now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's
okay.
enough. Frostbite setting.
I understand, Mark. I
travel
get it. Dang, though. You know
that,
what I mean?
You're not going to get a large crowd there.
It's pretty sexy to me. If you're under a blanket and all of a sudden your wife starts doing that.
Yeah.
It's like when you see scenes in movies when like a lady will go to the restroom and she'll come back and slip her underpants to her date under the table.
That's what a fantasy of mine,
Parked cars, no prize. That's out of desperation.
That's
isn't
not
it?
the thing. Yeah, that's not it. I agree.
That's been around since cars were
Oh, it
invented.
has been.
Of course. But that is such a fantasy to have a woman, my wife, go off to the bathroom and come back and just, I would even just like it, like a little rubbing of the crotch, like under the table. You know what I'm saying?
Little
footsie. Yeah, little footsie. Those days are long gone. Under the table.
I can't reach.
Yeah.
Certainly not a Kiowa.
No.
They don't do that at Kia. There's no sex at Kia.
And Dave, with the two of us with this equipment between us, that's just not.
No, it's not going to make it.
Homeless Rob, you're talking about sex in public. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I was down traveling a Greyhound bus back in several years ago, and I was up in the front seat, and we ended up picking up this woman in this town. I can't remember where, but she ended up giving me a front seat. of the Greyhound bus while riding down the road.
You
He self-edits.
you cut off a little there. She
said she gave me
gave you a Rob. Oh man!
Boy, talk about frustration.
Homeless.
He didn't finish.
She gave me right there in the front seat.
All right, that's enough.
Of a Greyhound bus. My goodness.
Is that behind the driver or on the other side?
Boy, yeah, you do that in the back of the bus, don't you?
Well, back of the bus.
Usually
But in the front of the bus.
right there in the front. I
Some
know.
people want to be caught. It's that's the thrill.
The thrill.
Terrific Sex and the City episode about that.
Oh?
Yeah, Miranda dates a guy, and he's played by a famous actor. Will Arnett is who plays him. And his whole thing is it has to be in public.
Oh, yeah.
Like in the cab.
So he can't do it anywhere else?
Right. And then finally, not to give away the ending, but they go to her or his apartment. She goes, can't we just do it in the apartment? She goes, okay. So they go to his apartment. They're in the middle of it, and she starts hearing voices. And she's like, what is that? And he's like, oh, my parents are here for the weekend. And they come walking in. My parents are up visiting, and they come walking in. So it's like he has to be around the public to do it. It's pretty hot. I mean, that public thing. You know, I've only done it the one time in public. What do you call it? The devil's tramping ground?
Oh, yeah,
yes.
I wouldn't say public. You did outdoors.
Outdoors. We off the beaten path.
Yeah, the devil's tramping ground.
But almost caught.
Still got almost caught.
Almost caught, and nothing grows there anymore.
That's right.
And my wife says we won't drive by it anymore. She refuses. We take a different route now to the beach because that's where we did it.
Didn't she lobby the DOT to build a new road?
Yeah, they have. Well, they were late in getting public funds. But Chanel, you're talking about sex in public. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, P1, big fan.
Thank you.
So, Kelly, I think you're going to like this story. I went to dinner with a gentleman, really nice restaurant. First date, at the end of the dinner, he whispered in my ear for me to go to the bathroom so he could have my panties. So I went to the bathroom and obliged and gave him a little red song underneath the table.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's hot.
Stuff like that. Stuff like that, man. That just doesn't happen to me, you know.
Yeah.
On the first
date.
At a P.F. Chang's.
Oh,
No,
my.
way nicer than PMJ.
Whoa. You guys must have really hit it off during dinner. Wow.
He was just really nice. We met on a website. He was handsome, and I thought, well, I've never done it before, so
Why not?
I knew I was wearing sexy underwear. Why not?
Yeah.
Was it a long-term thing with this guy, or do you want to say?
Nope, it was one date, and that was it.
Hey.
Awfully good date. That's hot, man. Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
You like
I
that?
Yeah, just, you know.
You can see if you're watching through the cameras. Yes, Kelly's shirt is backwards or inside out. Excuse me. And yes, you can see his nipples.
Do you think you can see my nipples better because the shirt is inside out? I don't know. I'm wearing this inside out all day as a punishment.
Is there a label back there?
Oh yeah.
He's already said the size. He came behind me. And he's,
I didn't even look at the label.
Look at the size. It's
Well, how do you
terrible.
think?
Well, sometimes
I
they don't
think
put
young Megan,
labels
our
back there.
director, figured it out.
Yeah, she got it.
Well, she's brilliant.
She knew the buttons are on the wrong side, and early he goes, "Oh, there's a lot of X's in that size." And I said, "Easy now."